scouting report. We've gone through this with the defensemen and forwards and many different in the practices this week. But for starters, I mean, very obviously they got one special forward, number 6, who is very good stick handler, defenseman, body, forwards, body, right? If you go swinging for pucks, she's really got really nice toe drag stuff, and she can make you look goofy if you're making a lunge or a swing. Okay, take the space away from her. She's an average player when you take away her time and her space, just like anybody else that we play. All right. Defensively, though, forwards. Defensively, they're defensemen from the reports, and what we've watched in the JV, the defensemen go goofy. They're on like high attack, medium high risk plays all the time rather than just low risk pinches. I mean, forwards, you're going to have constant crashing defensemen coming down on you those breakouts. So we want to be smart with wing fly. When that puck rotates to your corner, wing, get out of there. Defensemen can roll the puck over for the center or carry it out themselves. Most likely roll it over there for the center and we're out. Okay? And even then, neutral ice. The scouting report's saying they like to jump up and try to pick off passes. Okay? And bringing that all the way back into their offensive zone or our D zone play, head on a swivel, because those D will like to crash in. If the play is going on down in the net, they'll crash in down the middle of the ice. There's nothing there, dump it deep and go. All right? And be relentless with our forecheck. Forechecking with a 1-2 forecheck until we see any changes possible, but that's how we're going to stop them right off the bat. My last point is we do not have to talk to you about, or shouldn't have to tell you about, the intensity of what tonight brings. Have fun, play hard. This is a section game, we've said that for a week now. Go out, have fun, play hard, and tonight should bring about the most peak intensity out of yourselves that a game can bring. Okay? But use it. Let's flow with it. Let's use it as motivation and go from there. All right?
And real quick for me, building off what Coach says, and this time of year, you should have noticed you should have noticed us pulling back on the bench in terms of having the board out or mentioning small little things that happen on the ice. It's that time of year where it's sort of your deal, where you got to take ownership over your own game and do those things. I'm listening to Coach talk about the things that we need to do tactically on the ice, and in my head I'm visualizing each one of you in a position where you're reacting to a certain play, or you're dictating the tempo, or you're executing that system, or you're in position with your head on a swivel in the D zone. I hope as you sit here and listen to a coach talk, or as you are preparing for this game, it's the same thing. It's you in your head playing the game of hockey. At 4:15 this morning, when I couldn't sleep, because I don't sleep the day before games, I was already playing the game in my head. I was playing Saves by Sid, and Aspen taking the body, and Schmall flying through neutral ice, and D making tape-to-tape passes. Before we go on the ice, and right now, I want you to put your helmets on, your gloves on, grab your stick between your hands, sit there, I don't want to hear people talking, and think about you playing the game, and white jerseys out there, and how you're playing it, and how you're dictating it, and how you're matching up against them. Visualize that. Visualize that right now.
Before you do that, as I said, I start the game as a little differently, and we've done this periodically throughout the year. We're going to start off the game with Kaya, Molly, and Morgan, followed by Aspen, Schulte, and Bailey. Then back to the white line, and then Delaney's line. So that's how we'll start it off. Okay?
You were better 5-on-5. All right? Those three major, and important areas. In playoffs, if you give up big mistakes like that, you will not get out of playoffs. All right? That's the lesson coming out of this. Better power play, unquestionably. Better penalty kill, unquestionably. And 5-on-5, they were flustered at. Good points in that game. You gave up big mistakes tonight, and we paid for it. And now we got to get back to work and not give up those mistakes. Now 2 seed is your goal. because 1 seed is theirs. 2 seed is your goal. But like I said, it's not a moral victory for me, but if you look at the scoreboard and you think 5-1 is horseshit, it's not. Or losing is horseshit, but 5-1's not. For us, for me, power play, 5-on-5, and penalty kill, you're a better team than the #1 seed. You hear what I just said? You're a better team than the #1 seed.